Hey there, music makers. Zach here from the Dynamic Music Room. Body percussion. It's a big thing right now because of all the online learning, but it's always been big. It's cheap. You can get it anywhere because all you need is your body. It connects rhythm. It talks about different types of timbre and stuff like that. It's just awesome, and I love body percussion. But then there are people who are like, well, what about Kodaly and body percussion? Well, Kodaly body percussion is a real thing. Kodaly never said body percussion was bad, although it wasn't really his thing, and most Kodaly-inspired teachers will use body percussion of some kind. So today I want to share with you 3 of my favorite Kodaly body percussion ideas to do, and we'll get into that. So here we go. Number 1, that's a 2. Number 1 is a song I like, Button You Must Wander. If you've never seen me present or talked to me before live in person, I love Button You Must Wander. It's so cool. And this 3-part body percussion uses different motions, including words. And so we're going to get into that right now. And the demonstration looks like this. First, we're looking at Button You Must Wander. I had a little frog in my throat there. So this one's pretty simple. It's got a few parts that go with it. Let me zoom out so we can see it a little better. If you are unfamiliar with the song goes like this. And I'm probably not singing in the right key, but I'm just going to go with it. Button you must wander, wander, wander. Button you must wander everywhere. Large eyes will find you, keen eyes will find you, Button you must wander everywhere. If you're unfamiliar with this program, this is flat, and I'm going to, go away you. I'm actually going to delete this extra measure here at the end. I don't even know why that's there. All right. So that's the song. It's pretty easy, simple to sing, and that kind of stuff. But then we've got the different parts to it. So part 1 is with a stomp. So it's going to go stomp, stomp, clap, clap, stomp. Pretty easy. Stomp, stomp, clap, clap, stomp. If you want to say the words, you can say, Button, where are you? Button, where are you? And yes, they will probably put an emphasis on button, where are you? But, they're kids. What else are you going to do? So part 1's pretty simple. That's usually what I would start kids on. Part 2 is a little bit trickier. You're going to have to pat your laps for this one. It goes pat, 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 clap, snap. Button you must wander, button you must wander, button you must wander, and stuff like that. The third one is gonna, the third one starts on a snap. It goes, oh, you are there. Snap, snap. You are there. Now, I know this doesn't make a ton of sound unless I get really close to the microphone, but that's okay. I'm fine with that because it's a different type of timbre. So this would be like an egg shaker if I were to transfer it to instruments. You can look on the article that I put in the link in the description below. Talks about like how these different body percussions can turn into different instruments and that kind of stuff. So this one's, oh, you are there. Oh, you are there. No snap there. It's a rest. You could put a snap there. It would sound pretty good. But when you put it all together, it sounds like this. Part 1. Button, where are you? Button, you must. 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 Where are you? All right, number 2. Next up is Closet Key, another song I absolutely love. Now this one I geared more for maybe like 2nd graders or so, usually for body percussion type things with kindergarten, 1st grade. I don't really get too much into that. And that's mostly because they don't have that coordination. And you know what? Not even 2nd graders super do sometimes, but it's still good to practice. So this is Closet Key. I keep this down to 2 different body percussion parts, as you'll see here. So I'm going to show you the notation. You'll see it the same as before, and then there'll be that demonstration. Hope you like it. All right, now we're going to look at the Closet Key body percussion. And here we are again at flat, and we're going to sing the song. And just like before, I don't care about key right now. Usually I do. I have lost the closet key in my lady's garden. I have lost the closet key in my lady's garden. Now, the song's really simple. The body percussion's pretty easy, too. So part 1, which I will rename these once I get a chance, because I forgot to rename them to the part 1 and part 2, goes like this. It's just a simple clap, clap, pat, clap, clap, pat, closet key, closet key. And, you start that, the kids are probably going to start going, we will. But it's reverse of we will rock you. But kids. All right, so that one's pretty easy. The next one's fairly simple too, but it gets a little more complicated. You'll notice body percussion things work really well if you have some that are really easy, some that are medium, and then some that are hard if you're using it with older kids. No matter how much you practice, there are always going to be those kids who really struggle. So giving them an easy one that they can be a part of the group is awesome. So here's part 2. It goes stomp, pat, pat, clap, snap, stomp, pat, pat, clap, or the words, key, I will find you, key, I will find you, key, I will find you. And you put it together, it sounds really cool. You want to know what it sounds like? Well then, head over there. Closet key, key, closet, I will find you. I have lost the closet key in my lady's garden. I have lost the closet key in my lady's garden. All right. Whoa. That one was kind of wavy. So the third one I want to show you today is Rocky Mountain. I love Rocky Mountain. It's another one of those that I do all the time. It's got a great play party that goes with it. But for today, we're focusing on the body percussion. So this body percussion is a little bit more advanced. A couple of them draw out examples of rhythms and words from the song. And then there's another one that uses syncopated rhythms, and that's not in the song. So that one's a little more advanced. Usually that's kind of tricky. If you don't want to show the notation for that, you don't have to. It's good to have students experience and play with rhythms and solfege pitches that they don't know. It gives them that experience so that when you go on and you try to teach it, it makes more sense to them. Does that make sense to you? So here we go. Here's Rocky Mountain, and you'll see the notation and then the demonstration. All right, here we are with Rocky Mountain. I love this song. It's got a great play party thing that goes with it, but we're focused on the body percussion today. So here we go. Rocky Mountain, Rocky Mountain, Rocky Mountain high. When you're on that Rocky Mountain, hang your head and cry. Do, 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 do remember me. Do, 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 do remember me. Love it. Such a nice melody. All right, so this one we have 3 parts, and as usual, the way I do it, I put part 1 as the easiest one first, and then it gets trickier from there. So part 1 goes like this. Pat, 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 clap, snap. Pat, 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 clap, snap. Or you say the words, Rocky Mountain high. Rocky Mountain high. All right, not too bad. With the older kids, they should be able to do it, and if they can't snap, I just always have them flick their hands or something. And since they're probably saying the words, they can even go Rocky Mountain. If they can't do that, cluck their tongue. A similar timbre. All right. Number 2, part 2 goes like this. Stomp, snap, stomp, snap, clap. Stomp, snap, stomp, snap, clap. Way up, high, way up, high, way up, high. These ones are a little bit trickier, aren't they? The third one is even harder for some kids because we have some syncopation. Oh, I'm so excited. I love syncopation. Pat, clap, pat, pat, clap, pat, will you remember me? Will you remember me? And as before, the hand shaking one is like a shaker rhythm kind of thing. So it's pretty cool. So that one really actually gives it some kind of drive. It's pretty cool that way. So this is Rocky Mountain. And if you want to hear what it sounds like, because you're watching this video, just hang on because it's coming up right here. Rocky Mountain high, way mountain high. When you're on that Rocky Mountain, hang your head and cry. Do you remember me? Will you remember me? Do you remember me? All right. I hope you enjoyed those 3 Kodaly body percussion things. They were pretty cool. Here's some quick tips on body percussion. Number 1, I'll do 3 tips. Three tips. There we go. 3 tips for body percussion that might help you. Number 1, make sure that you don't have them say or do the body percussion and sing at the same time, not for a while. They need to be able to sing and do the body percussion without thinking in order to put them together. So what you may find easiest is that you take over the singing, or you split the class into different parts where one group's job is completely just to sing the song and the other group's job is to do the body percussion. So that might help. Tip number 2, that would be to, what was it? Man, I'm really forgetful. I'm just kidding. I remember what it was. So tip number 2 is to slow down. Most of us, unless you were forced to switch to elementary music, which is fine, but if you went to an undergraduate and you did your degree in music education, you had to do an instrument, or you had to sing as like your main way of getting in there. And so you had to practice and take lessons and go through studio and recitals and all that jazz. Unless you played tuba like me, then you didn't really do jazz. Anyway, you had to that practicing hard songs, one of the easiest and best tips to learn something that's difficult is to slow it down. It's the same with kids. Slow down the parts until they get it, then gradually speed it up. And then here's what I do. I make them go even faster than what at tempo is going to be. That way, when we bring it down to at tempo, it's super easy for them. They'll be like, this is so easy compared to what it was before. All right. And tip number 3, be patient. Body percussion is really tricky. It's basically harmony, but rhythmic harmony. If you call it harmony, part work, whatever you want to call it. Be patient. It's tough, even for adults, to do it. It's tough for me to sing and play at the same time. It's going to be tough for the kids to just do the playing part while someone else is singing. You need to be patient. Give them lots of chances. Think long term. If you try this, maybe don't spend more than 10 or 15 minutes on it at one time. Then move on to something else. Give their brains that time to digest the information, let it sink in. You'd be surprised how giving the students time and thinking long term rather than cramming it into one lesson makes them better. And that's how I think about it, is I'll introduce like the song and one body percussion part, and we'll get that pretty good, and then we'll not forget about it, but we'll stop. And the next class will add the next one. And then the next class will add the next one. And then we'll put it all together. And over time, even though I'm doing smaller chunks, they get it better. They remember it better. And it ends up overall just being better. I said better like 5 times. I need to think of some new words. So that was a little bit about Kodaly body percussion. I hope you liked it. You can check out those resources at the article that I wrote in the description below. If you like stuff like this, don't forget to subscribe, because we do helpful music teacher things all the time here. And if you like it, subscribe, share it, all that stuff. And until next time, keep on doing body percussion.